What's good, y'all? It's your boy Fearless. I'm finally back with another video. I know it's been a long time, but you clicked the title of the video, you know what this is about, so let's get into it already. If we want to talk about wobbling, we must go back to October 18th, 1985. Ice Climber was a game released by Nintendo on October 18th, 1985 in North America. The gameplay consisted of the first player playing as Popo, the one wearing blue, and the second player playing as Nana, the one wearing pink. The goal was to get to the top of a mountain by breaking through the floor and going up each level while defeating enemies. But how did a game as simple as this turn into one of the most hated things in the Smash community? Well, to talk about that, we must talk about the day of July 20th, 1987, when Robert Wright was born. Better known as the retired Smash player Wobbles. Wobbles, while not being a Smash god, was still an amazing player having pretty good placings in his prime. He's being all but one of the five gods. Wobbles is responsible for what the world will come to know as wobbling. But now we can talk about Super Smash Bros. Melee, which came out December 3rd, 2001, which brought back the original 12 characters that were in 64, but added new characters as well, most importantly being Ice Climbers. Now, Wobbles was an Ice Climber's main in Melee, and he would be the one to discover Wobbling, thus it also being named after him. But this begs the question, what is Wobbling exactly? Well, Wobbling is an infinite combo exclusive to the Ice Climbers in Super Smash Bros. Melee. You would think, an infinite combo? Doesn't seem very fair. And it wasn't. It wasn't fair at all. So now you're thinking, well, if it's an infinite combo, and it's really unfair, then it would be banned immediately, right? Nope. Wobbling was around for a very, very long time. Prior to 2013, Melee communities were scattered and had their own rule sets and such. Pretty much, if you went to a local tournament, wobbling probably wasn't even banned. And if you went to a local tournament, it probably went a little something like this. Hey man, what's up? Oh, not much. You my first opponent? Yeah, I am. Who do you play? Oh, I play Fox. Oh, I play Ice Climbers. Did you say Ice Climbers? Please, let me go. Let me go, man. Come on, man. It's only pools, man. It's not that serious, man. Just don't get grabbed. Wobbling allowed Ice Climber players with less skill to beat people better than them for free, but some argue that wobbling should be allowed and that it does require skill. And for that, let's look at the science of wobbling. For this example, I will be using wobbling in Melee, and not Brawl. However, Brawl is the game I will be trying to wobble in, or attempting to at least. In Melee, wobbling begins with a grab from Popo, where the Ice Climber you, the player, are controlling. After this, the Ice Climber's player must desync the Ice Climbers using many different methods. Desyncing is an advanced Ice Climbers technique that pretty much shows the fact that Ice Climbers is two characters, not one. For example, let me show you a basic desync I know in Smash Ultimate, the one Smash game where Ice Climbers cannot wobble. After I grab a character using the Ice Climber we are controlling and I down throw them, with the correct timing, I can have my other Ice Climber down B or side B for my desync as shown here. Now if I was good at the game, I could do longer desyncs, but unfortunately I am not. Pretty much desyncing Ice Climbers is just having the two Ice Climbers do different moves. Now where was I? Oh yeah, wobbling. So after you grab with your main Ice Climber, you will pummel, press your grab button again, and have the one you aren't controlling forward tilt or down tilt. If done correctly, you should now have a rhythm of pummeling and tilting which is inescapable. Now, would I say wobbling is hard? No, not at all. It's pretty much playing a basic rhythm game with two inputs going back and forth. Do I think wobbling should be banned from all Melee tournaments? Yes, definitely. But now that we know how wobbling in Melee works, let's talk about why it works and how infinite is achieved in Brawl. Wobbling works because of the following quote from Smash Wiki, the website I've mainly been getting my information. Quote, wobbling works because of a grab mechanics exploit in Melee. When an opponent is grabbed, they cannot get out of the grab while they are in a special form of grab hit stun, in conjunction with any move that does damage and can go in rhythm with pummels, easiest with F tilt and down tilt. The opponent will constantly be in this form of hit stun and unable to escape the grab, allowing the wobble to work. Now, let's move on to wobbling, even though it really isn't wobbling in Brawl. Now, in Brawl, you have to rely on one singular mechanic, chain grabs. Because of Ice Climber's 2-in-1 properties, you could grab with both Ice Climbers, making for long and lengthened combos. However, this is much harder in Brawl than in Melee, I would argue. but this allows ice climbers to do a true 0 to death combo on every other character in the game. Yes, you heard that correctly. And even then, they are still only the second best character in the game, the first being Meta Knight, which goes to show you how unbalanced Smash games were. Thankfully, it's better now, supposedly. Now, why do I think wobbling is hard? And how is it different from melee? Well, in melee, remember when I said it was like playing a rhythm game? Well, in Brawl, it's still a rhythm game, but with more inputs and harder timing. To achieve the infinite in Brawl, you must basically grab with your main ice climber and do a down throw, back throw, or forward throw. Then you must grab with the other ice climber and repeat. You may think it doesn't sound that bad, but it is. The timing is different for each weight class in the game. This would mean that you need to know the timing for most of them. Add this to the fact that you could accidentally mess it up at any time and be hard punished for it. It's a risky way to go, but it's definitely high risk, high reward. So we know what wobbling is, the steps to do it, and the history behind it. But as I said, wobbling isn't legal and it's not even an ultimate. So what are your options? Well, remember desyncing? We can definitely do something with that. So we know desyncing is why wobbling is possible, but what else can we do? From now on, I'll be talking about ultimate ice climbers. In ultimate, ice climbers cannot wobble, but they can pull off amazing desyncs. My favorite desync combo starter is down throwing with your main ice climber and then side B or down B with the other. It's effortless to do, and if paired correctly with the rest of ice climbers kit, you can do some big damage. Would I say desyncing is hard? Honestly, yes and no. Yes, because yeah, you need serious timing to do it in the first place, but I say no because once you do it a few times, you're pretty much a god at it. Some desyncs are much harder than others, though. Overall, wobbling was a problem that plagued Smash communities throughout the lifespans of Brawl and Melee, even though Melee isn't really done with its lifespan yet. Thankfully, it was banned, and it caused no further problems. Some people say Ice Climbers are cheap and broken because of there being two character models and not one. But that's what makes Ice Climber special as a character. It does take talent to pull off long damage desync combos. You cannot just use one Ice Climber or play them normally to get the full potential. You have to make them work together as a team. And when playing Ice Climbers, it's hard to remember you're playing as two characters and not just one. And that will make you play differently. Ice Climbers are special and they always have been since 2001. And I believe that's the real beauty of Ice Climbers.